Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah, you guys are doing well. I'm about to get kicked out of the library in a few minutes from now, so I'm going to record this video as soon as possible. Sorry. And I want to talk about one really interesting thing, one experience that happened to me earlier this morning, alhamdulillah. So earlier this morning, I worked with Emirates Red Crescent to distribute food to the locals, alhamdulillah. And we distribute like hundreds of pieces of bread, hundreds of meals, alhamdulillah. Really, lots of people are in need of this food. Subhanallah. So during that time, when we had to go to the destination, there was a driver, Allah Barak, his name was Zuhair or something like that. And he was from Kerala. And honestly, amazing guy, subhanallah. We had a conversation throughout the 45-minute car journey, alhamdulillah, and I learned a lot from him. What did I learn? I learned that he, in his experience, he knows that to succeed, actually, to get to the place you want to be, you can't do that by working a normal job. You have to have a business. And how does he know this? He's been a taxi driver for like the past 8 years now or something. Before he used to work as an accountant. And I was like, why do you leave as an accountant to be a taxi driver? He was like, as an accountant, I worked for a bad company and then I wasn't earning much. So he became a taxi driver. And during his time as a taxi driver, when he first started working for this company, his boss only had like 2 Lexus cars. Lexus cars, they're expensive, but this is the type of car that everyone uses for like taxis or, you know, nice rides, etc. in UAE. So you need a Lexus car to have, you know, to put a good impression on your passengers, on your clients, right? So his boss only had like 1 or 2 Lexus cars when he first started out, and he was a taxi driver himself. And then oh no, I'm getting kicked out. And then he hired drivers to drive his vehicles, right? And then he gets a portion of that, right? So he was essentially starting a taxi driving company. And during this time, just a few years later, 4 years later, he's a multi-millionaire with 50 Lexus cars and really nice supercars, etc. This is what Zuhair told me, the driver who was bringing me to the donation like drop-off point. And what I learned from that moment is that businesses can scale quickly, but the reason why so many people don't go into business is because there's risk in it. Okay, it's scary because a lot of people don't do it, or there's a lot of people that do it and fail. But you need to understand, inshallah, that there is so much opportunity with business. The reason why he was so successful so quickly is because he found a gap in the market. He really tried hard at what he was doing. And then if you run a taxi company, for example, which is what this guy was doing, he was essentially making money from the comfort zone of his own home. Drivers would drive, you know, the clients, etc. And then he would collect money without even driving, because he was a driver himself, and now he's hiring drivers to do all of that, and he's getting money from that at the same time, which he can reinvest to buy more cars, to expand the business and everything. That's really the most exciting thing. Once you have everything going, inshallah, once you have cash flow, then everything just becomes easier. You can expand your company, you can get more workers, you can get more cars, increase your fleet, you know, and then really do all of these things. So if you want to start a business, inshallah, you need to understand that you're probably gonna fail, and you're gonna probably fail quite a few times. Why? Because a lot of people fail in business, and it's not done a lot of the time. There's no clear step-by-step process to follow in business. If everyone did the same thing in business, then there would be no innovation. There would be the competition. Like, if everyone did the same thing, no one would succeed, because businesses succeed by being better than other businesses, right? That's how competition works. And subhanAllah, this driver, Zuhair, he wants to start a cafeteria, inshallah, in 7-8 months. So may Allah allow him to do that and see success in that, inshallah. And guys, if any of you are interested in starting a business, do not be afraid to do it. take the opportunity, inshallah, because you don't know when you'll get it again. Especially if you're young, because time is one of the most valuable things that you can have. And if starting a business, time is really going to help you scale that, inshallah. Awesome. I need to exit the library before I get kicked out. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And if you're interested in learning high ticket sales, inshallah, I literally have an amazing community where I'm teaching people every single day, giving them feedback, helping them work towards their goals, become productive, stay consistent. And I'm doing this all for free, for literally zero cost. So I'm gonna leave the link in the description down below, inshallah. And today's going to be a long night. Ya Allah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.